Well, hello everybody. So coding is back, and today we're going to be talking about the layer of HTML code and its introduction, and what are the tags, beginner at coding my face, and then I'm going to be spending the first 1 minute or so talking about Git and then how you can get it to work in Visual Studio Code. I'm not going to be spending too much time on that because it's really easy to do that. So let's get started. If you like these sort of content and videos, please hit the like button and subscribe to this channel for more amazing content like these. So without further ado, let's get started. So I type git installation, and after that I hit the downloads button, and then depending on what sort of operating system you have, you could click the respective buttons. So yeah, I have Windows, so I'm just gonna be clicking this. I'm not gonna be downloading anything actually though, so I'm just gonna hit cancel. And depending on what sort of Windows setup you have, you could click that sort of installation setup. So yeah, in other words, I'm not gonna be covering this. I'm just going to be telling you how to put it on Visual Studio Code. So let me get rid of this browser, open my blank project. Yeah, and then suppose I open a terminal here. This is what the terminal is supposed to look like right after it opens. Yeah, so it took a little bit of time to load. So this is what it looks like after Git is installed. So after it's installed, what you could do is click this, select default shell, and then git bash. It's going to be creating more and more sort of terminals, but you could avoid that by just, select default shell. That's what you could do. And then you could press git bash, and you would get it. So, and then I'm going to start with index.html. Yeah, usually you'll see index.html as the name whenever you're working with coding applications or any web pages that you're trying to make. So yeah, let's get started. I'm just going to be manually typing it instead of doing emit, which is library, and just hitting enter and creating all of this stuff. I'm going to be manually typing the simplest form of code that you could get. So yeah, as I said, you could get doc type, or even without doc type, this is an HTML file. So yep, and then you could get head, and then title, introduction to HTML, body tag. You could get essentially whatever you want. Any tag can be included. And this is the content that's actually going to be shown in the page. If you want a button, a link. It's going to be that's going to be shown on the page. So introduction to HTML. So in case you were there to my last video, so you would have seen that I installed an extension from here called Live Server. So you can right click this and select open with Live Server. So I click that, and yeah, instantly it automatically reloads the page whenever I save this HTML code. So yeah, we could work with both of these side by side, and then yep. So right now I have this really basic code open, and this is the output to it. If you want to change the font size, font weight, all of that is going to be done by CSS, but there are ways you could do it in HTML. They're really simple. I could cover that. So BG color, you want cyan. I'm going to be taking time for that. And suppose you want to change the font. This is the more way you could do it. Face, Calibri, color. Sorry. So color, I want red. Put as red. And then you could encapsulate this particular segment of code into this. Give the proper indentation. Save it. Prettier is going to take care of everything for you. Yep. Yeah, so see, this is in the font of Calibri, and then this it's red with the background color of cyan. There are a lot more styling options, but it's a million times better in CSS, trust me. I'm going to be going over that in 1 or 2 episodes or so. So yeah, so the next part is, it's all the content part. I'm not going to be removing the styles right now, and I'm just going to get going with all of the different basic tasks that a beginner needs. So there are okay, this is a comment. Wait. This is a comment, okay? So basically, whatever you write in this is not going to get included in the actual code. So I could type here, these are going to be heading levels. So what are heading levels? I'm going to show you the practical examples first. Start explaining. So H1 text, this is heading level 1. Okay. So this is cool thing in Visual Studio Code. You hit Alt and then Shift and then you could hit the down arrow. Suppose I want 6 heading levels. This is going to be 6 heading levels. I'm just going to be changing this. Okay, 4, 5, 6. 6, sorry. So in case you have listened, checked out my last video too, you will see that I installed another extension called auto rename. So what that essentially does is I can change this and this will manually reset. Otherwise you're going to have to be changing both, which is a lot more time consuming. I'm going to let the first one stay heading level 1. This is going to be H2, H3, H4, oh sorry, H5, H6. So these are the different heading levels. So in a moment this browser should reload. Yeah, see this. So there's like decreasing levels of size for suppose you have a text, decreasing levels of importance. The most important would be under heading level 1, while the least important could be under heading level 6. I don't know. So yeah, you could put fonts to all of this, but yeah, it's a lot better if done in CSS. So these are the heading levels, and there are a lot more tools that you'd use. Suppose, as I was talking to you about button, and suppose you want click me. Yep, so, and I save it. So you got a button that says click me, but it doesn't actually do anything. You need JavaScript for it to actually do something. So, yep, I could get started with a link, which says H. It takes a parameter, call it href, which gives it a sort of link. Okay, I'm going to be creating another HTML page. It's called linked.html. Very creative. Linked.html. I'm just going to be doing this here. Okay, don't worry about that for now. I'm teaching that to you in the next episode. So here I'm going to be saying, suppose this is the linked page. Get back to the previous page using this link again. So, and then I'm going to be providing an A tag here too, so you can observe the difference. Actually, it's not a difference, but to observe its effect. So I could put index.html here, and I put get back, and then I could save that. And over here, I could put link.html, save it, and check it out. So, oh, I want to check it out. Open, boom. Oh my god, that's the link page. Get back to previous page again. Okay, I'm gonna get back. See, this is how links essentially work, but they don't only link the HTML pages present in your files or local computer. It can link to any other. Suppose I type HTML. Okay, I get this Wikipedia contents. I can just Control C, and then href will appear first. Control V. This is about HTML. Okay, so let's close this, save it, and this is about HTML. Click it. Yeah, it goes to the Wikipedia page. So yeah, and you could also, let me see. Okay, these are the thing I'm about to show you next is the most important tag in all of HTML. Okay, trust me. It's this simple thing called div. Okay? So right now you observe this trend about these tags which say that they're side by side all the time unless you apply some style into it to give some padding and margins and that sort of stuff. So you would have observed that they go side by side. Okay, so I get this div and I say this text is in a div. Okay. So I say that Control S to save it. Yeah, see, it just goes one line below. What's so special about it, you might ask? But divs, my friend, is the secret what all coders use to build their web applications. So these divs essentially contain bits of information. You put buttons, anything into this. So basically what it does is it is a segment of the web page that can be styled, it can be given some functionality, and it basically encapsulates all of it. Suppose you want a container containing all of this. You're not going to be using body because they're going to be other stuff. You're just going to be using a plain old div. So I can copy all of this, Control X, boom, I can put it here. Yes, that's the way it's going to work. And then, yeah, but you notice nothing else. But then when we go to CSS, that's when you'll start noticing all of the difference. So this is basically div. Okay, suppose, yeah, when I style it, I give this a border. I create another div with some other information and give that a border. So yeah, it's gonna change things quite a lot. So yeah, okay. And next, I'm gonna be talking you through inputs. What's an input? I'm gonna be keeping that in this div as well. Input. It doesn't do anything. Why? I control save it. I save it. Yeah, it's just this. Okay, I'm gonna be putting coding. It doesn't do anything. I press enter multiple times, it still doesn't do anything. That's because it doesn't have a functionality to accept anything whatsoever. So to accept any information, or what does it have to do with that information, that's all in the JavaScript segment of it. So yeah, that's all input has to cover. And then yeah, we could talk about other images. So you could do, let's say, img src and an alternate. Suppose, okay, let me download an image. City, I'm gonna go, okay, take this, save an image as, I'm gonna be setting that in this folder itself. So YouTube, is that all the way at the bottom? Where, yeah, YouTube video, sorry, put it here, save. If I see this, I find another download.jpg, and then I could put download.jpg, and alternate, you can leave it blank and I'll put download. Okay, so that's how it works. And then yeah, I'm just gonna be, yeah, leaving that alone, taking this thing out. Yeah, see, you got this picture here. So yeah, that's how it works. And then there are a lot of more cool things I could do with HTML combined with its partner CSS. And then of course there are a lot of websites that enhance this CSS quality and HTML. Oh yeah, there's another thing, okay? So these tags are used to connect with other CSS and JavaScript files, okay? So for now, don't worry at all about the code. Okay, this is just going to be plainly for, yeah, it's going to be plainly for checking out the HTML aspect of it. So let's get here in the heads. Okay, I'm going to be giving it a link tag. So it's going to say a link. Yeah, it gives it a real style sheet in Visual Studio Code automatically. And I could just create a file called style.css. I'm warning you again, don't worry about the code perfect, don't feel overwhelmed. So let's just get back to this. I'm going to be saying style.css. Okay, I'm going to just be doing one thing, okay? Okay, I'm just going to be doing font family equals to Franklin Gothic medium. Change it. Okay, and then I save this too. Yeah, see how this changes? CSS is all about styling stuff. So this is how it gets styled. Okay, suppose I want to input JavaScript. I put it into this body, okay? Script, sorry. src equals to, okay, let me put app.js. I didn't input it yet, that's why it's going to be throwing an error soon. Put it app.js. So let me get back to this HTML and then yeah, get rid of it. So button, just don't worry about this, okay? Please don't worry about it. Okay, let me just get that button that we're going to be using. Okay, const. Okay, let me just give this button an ID. Okay, IDs and classes are what's going to be used in HTML2. So it's basically something to, let's say, okay, you have a person. Imagine if that person's a button. Okay, so his name can be a class, his age can be an ID, something like that. So yeah, you have the input here button, click me, it says. So I'm going to be giving it an ID. You could give it a class for styling ID for JavaScript. It's plainly your choice. You could give it ID for styling class for JavaScript. Yeah, it's just your choice. Most people just prefer ID for JavaScript and classes for CSS. So I'm just going to be giving this an ID of BTN button. And let me just pull this up. BTN equals to document dot get element by ID BTN. After that, BTN dot add event listener, click, and then I'm just gonna make a function called say name. Okay, it's gonna be a real simple function. Okay, it's gonna be inputting it in the terminal because I don't want to focus on HTML. Okay, so it's gonna be inputting it in the console. So I create that const say name equals to arrow function. Sorry, not pinch that. And then console.log say name. Okay, I save it and then I inspect it. So this is a really important part of it. Okay. Oh yeah, sorry about that. Wait, say name before initialization. I just Control X that. Keep it here. Now it's not gonna see a thing. Just close this. Yep. So yeah, so I click it and then it says it gives me this entire piece. Console log, say thing, say name. So we stay cool, right? So yeah, say name is basically this entire function. So it outputs this entire function. Suppose we want to give a name. Suppose coding, or let's take it as the example. Const name equals to coding. Or once again, don't admire it as the coding aspect. Just take it off as HTML. I'm just trying to show you something. So I click this. This is an HTML element. I click it. JavaScript gets output as coding. You see, I told it to console.log coding here. So I'm just gonna be closing all of these up. And then yeah, see, the script tag is used to link this, and this link tag is used to link the CSS. And then there are other stuff. Okay, this is slightly jumping a little bit more into the intermediate part of it. We're just gonna be scratching the surface of it. So there's a thing called Google Fonts. Okay, sorry for that. Wait, sorry. Fonts. So yeah, Google Fonts. So yep. Suppose I want to use, yeah, this font looks good. Balsamic. Okay, I don't want to. I'm gonna want to see it. Okay, regular 400 embedded in our code. So this is a link tag. Again, a link tag that can be used to get this font into our HTML and CSS. Add import is used in the CSS part of it. So let's just do the HTML now. So I quickly get this piece of code and then Control C. No, I put it before the styles element. So yeah, Control S. And then don't get overwhelmed again by the CSS. Yeah, I'm just going to be changing this. Font family equals to, what's the font that we put? Wait, I'm just going to be, you know what? Copy this part. Specific families, this does it. Okay. So, yeah, this probably does this, so I can do that. And then see how it changes this piece of code. So yeah, that shows how it's linked to this CSS and the HTML. So I guess this is it for the tags for beginners and whatever we can actually, what is actually most important for making a web page, you could say. So yeah, one more. Okay, I'm just gonna show you as a bonus tag. Okay, this is an animation tag which are not usually used in HTML. Once again, those are reserved for CSS. It's gonna be feeling sad to be left out. Okay, so suppose I take this. Okay, I'm gonna be taking this is HD aiding level 1. Okay, I'm just gonna be inputting brand new text as H1. Introduction to HTML. Okay, and then I put something called marquee. Okay, behavior equals scroll, direction equals to right, and I just basically take all this H1 element, Control X, Control V, save it, and then wait, okay, you notice this. Marquees just basically move across the page again and again. This is a repetitive loop, so it never actually stops. Yeah, basically this is it. I'm going to be sharing the link to this code and my, yeah, I'm going to be sharing it into the, what do I say, the description of the video. Yep, sorry for that. I'm going to be sharing it in the description, and then you guys can check this code out. Okay, but I strongly advise you to follow the code in the video and not refer to the, I mean, you can refer to the description as a reference for the code to see where you made a mistake or that sort of thing. But please, please, please don't just listen to this and then copy all the code down. Experiment with the code, talk to it, okay? Whatever makes you understand the code better. So I'm not really one to give you homework, but in case you want to get better, until the next episode, okay? Touch upon all of the tags that I use. Try to make a meaningful presentation instead of this explanation that I gave you. Try to make a meaningful web page, probably something about your pet or about yourself. It could be about anything. Just this sort of basic page. It doesn't have to include any special effects or CSS or anything. Just try to focus on making your HTML better. And in the next episode, I'm going to be giving you a way to actually speed up your HTML coding, but like drastically. You won't have to be typing all of the layout that I just did. It's really easy to do so. And yep, so I guess this is where it ends. If you like this video, please give this a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel and subscribe to this video, and then see you all next time.